Hello guys, Ian here. Today we are making Tinder-like swipe mechanic in Unity. Okay guys, so we start with a brand new project. Let's add a 2D object. We'll add a 2D object, new sprite. We'll call it card. Okay, and we'll need one more object, will be our game manager. To this object we add a script, we call it game logic. We need a generic sprite, it doesn't matter, we just need this sprite for the card object we'll be using. Let's change the scale to 3 and we'll do 5. Okay, so we have a card-like object, and let's make the background an object as well. We are not using UI for this. Just it's an easy explanation, because if we use UI, then a lot of effects like post-processing, also particle systems are disabled because they are just not applicable really to the UI. So we'll be using normal objects, just like in Hearthstone. Hearthstone is also built in Unity. And all the cards, everything that's happening on the screen, it's not UI. No, they are just normal objects. Although they seem to be 2D, they are all already in 3D space. So, okay. Background object will attach the sprite and make it 20 by 10. And we just need to move the camera to 0. Okay. And the background will make the background a bit darker. Other layer of the card will make 5. Okay, fine. So we have a card and we have a basic background. Okay, let's go now to the game manager object. Let's open up the game logic script. First of all, we need a public game object card. Here's a card we'll be using. Generally, we can assign the game object manually, like right now. So we just drag and drop here in this card object. We also could find the object by, for example, by its name, but let's stick to the drag and drop method. It's quicker. It's generally faster. Okay. So now we have the card game object. We also need to assess its sprite renderer. Okay, code SR. And here, just to show you the second method of assigning objects, we'll get it. We'll just get it. Okay, so we get the card game object. So we'll go card get component. So we know that we have this sprite renderer, okay? We'll just get it from the object we assigned. Okay, so now let's go to the update method, okay? And let's check if the mouse button is pressed. And here we put 0, and 0 means it's a left mouse button, okay? Okay, so every frame will take a vector and we'll do a little trick like this. So follow me. We'll go camera, main, screen to world point. Okay, and we put input dot mouse position. Okay, so every frame we take where the mouse position is in pixel coordinates and calculate what's the local world position of this point we are looking at. We are pointing at with the mouse. Okay, and now let's assign this position to our card. To our card. Okay, just like this. So anyway, okay. So now let's go to the Unity and let's see how our drag and drop works. Okay, so we can now drag and drop, okay? So if but look, anywhere I press, it's working. Okay, so that's yet another thing. Okay, we have to take care of this. So we should put here if input get mouse position is true. Okay, so if we are holding the mouse button, and as well if the mouse button is on the card, then execute those commands. But okay, to fix this issue, we need one more script. It will be very short script, but we have to add it to the card component, and we call it. So we have to add this short script to the card game object, and we'll call it card logic, because let's call everything generic noun and logic. That seems fine, I guess. We don't need those, we just need void on mouse over. Okay? And on mouse exit. Okay? And let's add a boolean public bool is mouse over, and let's set it to false at the beginning, and generally we go like this. Okay, so whether the mouse is over the game object that the card logic is attached to, the flag is mouse over will be set to true, and when the mouse exits it's set to false. Okay, so we save it, and we have to add it here, so we go public card logic. Okay, and we go like this, and card logic is mouse over. Okay, so if mouse over is true and the button is pressed, then we go all the moving bullshit. Then we execute all those lines. Okay, so let's check how it works. Let's add the card logic script, and right now we can see that it is not working. We have to add a box collider to that stuff. That's a thing you need to remember. Okay, so right now, okay, so it doesn't work, but it's kind of a big box collider. Ah no, it's just one. Okay, so it calls with the game object itself. Fine. So okay, so our drag and drop now works as intended. Okay. See if okay, so our drag and drop. Here we can see that we are losing the tracking of the object when the mouse position is concerned, but it's an easy fix we'll deal with in next video. Coming back to our code, we now let's do something like this: card transform position equals vector2. We go move towards and then go new. So basically we want to return to position 0, 0, so the default one. Let's declare a float equals 1 at beginning. Right now the card will return to the position. Okay, so it returns. Yep, we can tweak the amount, we can tweak the speed, for example 1.2, to make it a little bit still dynamic, but visible. Okay, so I guess it's fine. So right now let's check whether we are swiping with the object to the left or to the right. Coding stuff. So if we go like this, we'll check whether the position on the axis, so OX, whether it's bigger than some value or smaller than some other value, it will mean that the card is either on the left or on the right side of the screen. Yeah, so we'll go like card transform dot position dot x is larger than 2. It will mean it's a right side. Okay, so on the right we want it to be green. Okay, so we'll change the color to green, and we'll go else if transform position dot x is smaller than -2. We'll go assert color dot red, and in neutral position we want it to be white. Okay, and well, that's generally it. So we see that if we put it to the right, it's green. If we swipe it to the left, it's red. Okay, and in the middle it's white. So now what we want to do is to check whether we are in the neutral zone and then do nothing. And if we are on the left, we'll do some function. If we're on the right, we'll do some other function. But generally, the swipe mechanic is like this. You know what? Let's do it. Get void induce right. We'll go void induce left. Okay, and let's go with okay. So we add a text mesh pro text, okay, and we'll make it tmp.text equals. You have chosen. You have swiped. Sorry, you have swiped right. And we'll make it. You have swiped left. So we have to make it public. And now we go card logic, induce. However, we want to induce the right side if the card, if we release the mouse button. Okay, so we want to induce the left side or right side method if we release the mouse button while being in this state. Okay, so we make yet another nested if statement, and if the left mouse button is not pressed, we'll go card logic dot induce right, and here we'll basically repeat it with induce left. So there's just one more thing to do. It's UI text mesh pro. Okay, we import the stuff to make this public. I always forget about that. We go to the card and we put the text mesh pro here. I want it somewhere here. You swipe left. You swiped right. Wrapping. The wrapping is quite. Yep. You've swiped left. You've swiped right. You swipe left. So, but if I do not release the mouse button and go here, it doesn't count as a swipe, yeah? So I have to go here or here. Okay guys, so that's basically it. It's the swipe mechanic. Okay, if you are interested in this mechanic, leave a like, subscribe. If this video gathers 50 likes, I will create a follow-up video when we'll be working on a Reigns game clone. Okay, because it's already using this Tinder-like swipe mechanic. So we have it here, and I will show you how to implement and use different card classes and also how to pass some variables to these objects, how to use the methods depending on what class card you are using. Okay, guys, thanks for watching and take care of yourself.